How are you all doing, lads, and welcome back to the Crystal Palace Career Mode. This is episode number 1 of Season 2. Thank you very much for all the support throughout Season 1. It's always awesome to know that you're all enjoying the series. And yeah, we're kicking off today's episode. The first episode of the season, really, by looking at the transfer shortlist made up of a few players that I was looking at and a few players that you lads have suggested. And I'm also going to look at who I'm going to try and get rid of, put on the transfer list, offer to other teams, that kind of thing. So let's start off by the shortlist. We are in the Champions League, let's not forget. We need to strengthen big time. Some of these are a bit optimistic, some of them I think are achievable, and these are positions that we need strengthening. Centre back, we need someone. In fact, are these? Yeah, they are in position order. So centre back, there are some good options there, the likes of Nastasic, Gabriel, Mark Richards. I think might not be good enough, but he's still worth looking at. We've also got Winston Reid, who we looked at last season, perhaps try for him again. And then we've got Abdenor. I'm not going to go through all of them actually, because there's quite a few to go through here. Left back though, if you remember, Suarez wanted a wage increase and we weren't willing to give it to him. So I'm thinking, I think it was Ashley Gaming, thank you very much Ashley, he suggested Vendel, who is someone that I really like on Ultimate Team, so I thought we'd go after him. You can see there's a few players there: Remy Cabella, Kevin Ralas, Antonio, Inaki Williams is someone that I really would love to bring in, because I actually want to, although that might be a bit of a controversial move, I want to ship out Yannick Bolasie and then get in Inaki Williams. That's what I want to try and achieve. Striker wise, we've got Javier Hernandez, I think would be an awesome signing. We've got Shane Long, we've got Romelu Lukaku, who I think might be just a little bit too expensive. We've got Kingsley Coman on there, who's a youngster. Perhaps we could get him on loan, we'll have to wait and see. And then we've got Callum Wilson, because Bournemouth have, of course, been relegated. And in Boyniang, which could be a bit optimistic. We've also got Gradle down there as well on the other wing. But I think the main three I would love to get, I'd love to strengthen the spine. If we could get in either Nastasic or Gabriel, Nastasic I think would be superb. If we could then get in Vendel, and then if we could also get in Inaki Williams, and Javier Hernandez, they're the 4 players I really want to get in. We've got a transfer budget of about 24 million, but we are going to try and move a few players on and offer some players to trade as well, so I'll show you who those are now. So lads, these are the players that I want to ship out. We will bear in mind any big offers that come in for other players as well, we'll take them into consideration. But Suarez, Bolasie, Shamak, Gale, Much, Campbell and Wickham are the players we want to get rid of. I know Bolasie might be a bit controversial, same for Wickham, because he did okay at times for us during last season, but I do think we need to improve there. And I think Bolasie, although he was good for us at times last season, I do think we can get him better, and I think Inaki Williams, like I say, would be the perfect replacement with Zaha on the left and Williams on the right. So we're going to advance forward now. This is literally exactly where I left it last time. We haven't arranged any pre-season tournaments or anything yet, and we'll start doing some transfer dealings, lads. Here we go. So we've had an invite to the pre-season tournament. Of course we're going to do it, because, you know, we want the dollars basically. We want the cash money. 2.8, 3.4. We'll go for the difficult one again. Last time we did this, it was when the game had just come out, obviously, and we did so badly. So hopefully we can do a lot better this time. Let's have a look what we've got in the mail. Yeah, Yannick Bolasie's worth 4.4, so we're going to offer Bolasie and 1 million. See what they say to that. So that's the first transfer offer we're going to make of this transfer window, lads. Hernandez is going to be another primary target. As I mentioned, he's worth 10.5 million. Apparently we're going to offer them Connor Wickham plus a bit of cash money as well. So let's go Connor Wickham and 5 million for Javier Hernandez. Vendel's a bit of an interesting one, because we don't really know how much he's worth at the moment. The scout report hasn't come back, but I would be tempted to do a straight swap for Suarez. I think Suarez is worth 6 million. I don't think Vendel's going to be worth that much, actually. I'll tell you what, we'll just offer 3 million first and see what they say to that. And then Matija Nastasic, this is going to be a difficult one, I think, actually. We'll offer them... should we just offer them straight up? He's worth 10.5 million, let's offer him 10, just see what they say to that. And they're the main bids that we want to get in there straight off the bat, lads, all sorted. So straight off the bat, lads, this isn't a good start. All our bids have been rejected, so I'm going to have a quick look over them, see what needs changing, and hopefully we can get in at least 2 of the 4 here, at least. So this is the Inaki Williams bid. We offered 1 million and Bolasie. Apparently they're not interested in the player that we've offered them. So I'm just going to go ahead. It says he's worth it says he's worth 7, and he says they want between 8.7 and 10, but I often find you can undercut that. So let's go straight in and offer 6 million for him, see what they say to that. Again, Leverkusen not interested in the player, which is not good. Maybe we could offer them Bolasie, see what they say to Bolasie, and some money as well. It says Vendel's too valuable to them. We'll match his valuation. We'll offer Oh, no, not 20. 11.5 for Nastasic, because that's his value. Let's see what they say to that. So this is the first game of the pre-season tournament, lads. I've decided I think I'm just going to sim all the games, because I don't really want to get the series bogged down. We've seen what pre-season's like already in the first season. Let's just sim it, hope that we do well, and hope we get some money. And the first game is against Las Palmas. You'd hope we'd be able to beat these, but let's find out. So, advance. Like I said, it'd be good to win it because we get the money, but I don't want to get bogged down in the pre-season matches. I want to try and get the oh my god, Morris straight off the bat. Yeah, I want to just try and get this done as quickly as possible. So we're just going to skip to the end, and we get a tidy 4-0 win and no injuries. Morris scoring a flipping hat-trick in that game. That's crazy. Let's just offer 10 million. See what they say to that. We're just creeping the money up and up and up. See if we can get them to accept it without paying over the odds at the minute. Well, hey, lads, we've had our first transfer offer accepted, and it is for Mr. Inaki Williams, I believe. Yeah, Inaki Williams, they've accepted the offer. The money that we put forward, 6 million, I think it was that we said. So hopefully this should be our first signing in the bag. Absolute beast. Love this guy on FIFA, as many of you will be aware. He wants 4 years, 50 grand a week, and we will happily oblige. So it's currently on 45. 50, yeah, we don't want to mess around. I was going to try and offer less, but it's not worth upsetting the bloke, and he's going to be he's not going to be a crucial first team player, but he's going to be an important first team player, and hopefully he can pretty much replace the outgoing Balassi when he goes. Wow, lads, this is pretty big news. I didn't expect this. Schalke have accepted our offer for Mataja Nastasic of 11.5 million. We only matched his valuation. I thought they'd want more than that. He's rated 8. He's only 23. Very, very promising in play. He wants 70 grand a week for 4 years. Again, we're not going to mess around. We're just going to give him what he wants. 4 years, and he is going to be a crucial first team player. He's really one for the future, Nastasic. And we got our second game of the pre-season cup now. We're playing Cordoba this time. Let's just sim this one again. We got a really good win in the first game. Hopefully we can do the same again. 3-1 win again, and no injuries, which is the main thing, because I found in the past when you sim games you tend to get a lot of injuries. But Kabay, Bentaleb and Mahrez, all the midfield there getting on the score sheet, which is pretty cool. Mahrez having a good pre-season. So lads, we've got our first signing of our second season, and it's a pretty big one. It's Mataja Nastasic, centre-back, used to play for Man City, of course, returning to the BPL. I didn't think we'd be able to get him in, actually. I thought that was an optimistic one, so that's really pleased me. And finally, transfer offer accepted for Hernandez as well. That could be two massive signings, lads. 2 years, he wants 90 grand a week. That's big money to be paying, but he would be our best striker by a long way, and he's the calibre of player that we want. So 2 years, crucial first team player. Hopefully, he can accept that as well. Oh, hang on. We don't have the financial means. Why? Why don't we? We're going to have to adjust the wages. Back in a second. Right, let's try again. Now we have got the financial means. Wants 2 years, and he wants crucial first team player, so let's offer that to Javier Hernandez. Here we go then, lads, another game in the pre-season tournament where we seem to be doing pretty well, to be honest. We've got Frosinone now in the home fixture. It's not home, is it? Oh god, we've got an injury though. Eric Dyer injured, but we did get a 2-0 win. Let's hope that's not too serious. 900 grand. 10 days, we can live with that. Well played, Eric. Put your body on the line. I'm going to request some more funds as well from the board, lads, because I do think we're spending quite a lot at the moment. We're going to be very, go out here and ask for 10 million if we can qualify for the Champions Cup, because that's what I want to do. I do want to finish in the top 4 again, but we're really, that's what we need to do. But 10 million, it'd be an absolute treat if we could get our hands on that. I can see they've rejected it, but they have offered us another 5 million, so we will accept that for the same conditions, which isn't too bad, I suppose. And they are just not budging on Vendel, so we'll have to look at another left back, I think, lads. Oh, this is awesome news, lads. Inaki Williams has accepted his contract offer. Javier Hernandez hasn't accepted his yet, but we will work on that. But let's get Inaki in first and foremost. Really pleased with that signing. We really need some offers for our players that we're trying to sell at the minute, because we just haven't got the funds, basically, to be working with. So we do need some players to sell first. So we've got another game now in the pre-season tournament. We really need, let's just fix pose myself now. Auto place, yes, okay. We basically are waiting for our players to sell to fund the signing of Hernandez at the moment, so hopefully we can get someone sold pretty quick. We get a 2-2 draw and win 4-3 on penalties. Happy days, and again, no injuries. Joel Ward and Bentaleb, who's been banging him in pre-season, ironically, didn't barely score for us last season, but having a good pre-season. But yeah, we're waiting on people to sell before we can sign Hernandez, basically. So if someone wants to tournament prize money, do you know, lads, the tournament prize money might tip us over. My god, 13 million. No wonder they don't want to sell him. Vendel's worth 13 million. That's mental. 81. He must have had a quality last season, because I don't think he's usually worth that much. Another pre-season game, lads. Auto replace players just for this match again. hopefully we can win a game because we're doing really well in this little pre-season tournament from simming it. Come on, lads, 1-1. We've lost on penalties, that's a bit gutting, but we still had a decent run in that tournament, and the money we got from it pushed us over what we needed to sign Hernandez, so it's definitely done its job. £100,000. I nearly said coins then, thinking of Ultimate Team. A week. 15% goal bonus. Crucial first team player. If Hernandez doesn't accept this, then we will not be getting Hernandez because we can't fork out more than that. So we've finally had a couple of offers, lads. We've had one for Balassi and one for Dwight Gale, which is pretty cool because Dwight Gale's one we definitely could get rid of. 1.2 million. You can have him, Reading. You can have him for 1.5 million. 1.2 million. Sorry, I don't even care that it's not his value. Balassi, Villa have offered 4 million now. If that was somewhere abroad, I'd be tempted to accept it because it's a Premier League rival. We're going to ask them for 6 million. That'd be good to go in the coffers as well for potential transfers in the future in this window. They've offered 4.3 million for Balassi. I'm not going to accept that, lads, because I think we can actually do better myself, so we'll reject that and hold out for a bit more, because I do think we'll be able to get more than that for him. Oh my god, lads, Javier Hernandez, he's just... we're going to have to let him go. So we'll forget about Javier Hernandez. Press conference, update for England, and yeah, Dwight Gale's gone, so that's a bit of money. I think what I'm going to do, because we've got Arsenal now in the Community Shield, I think I'm actually going to play this game in this episode, so I'll play that now. And then if you could let me know in the comments down below who you think we should go for at striker. This is our budget at the moment. We've got 11.3 million and over 100 grand a week, so we should be able to get someone in pretty decent. I'll show you the team lineup that I'm thinking we're going to go with for the season. Then you can just let me know in the comments who you think we should go after. So lads, this is how I think we're going to line up for next season. At the moment, we're going to be sticking with the same formation that we played before. I'd like another striker that's better than a Phobie. That's why I was looking at Javier Hernandez, some of the bit of European pedigree as we're going into the Champions League. I'd also like someone to replace Suarez, because Suarez asking for 60 grand a week and he's on the transfer list, so if you can get him out for someone that's a bit higher rated again with a bit more pedigree. Nastasic is slotting straight in there. Inaki Williams is slotting straight in there on the left hand side, so you can play there. Other than that, we'll probably get a couple of players on loan to add a bit more depth because we are trying to sell a few players. But like I say, more than anything, if you could suggest a really decent European striker, I don't want someone over the age of 30. Hernandez is about right at 29. I don't really want to go much older than that. And someone to go in at left back as well. Then let me know in the comments section down below because that's what we're going to be desperate for. Well, not desperate for, but that's what I'd really like to get in. But we're going to play with that team as it is now against Arsenal in the Community Shield. We've obviously got a bit of history with Arsenal. We beat them in the... No, we beat them in the cup that we won. We beat them in the FA Cup at Wembley, and we're back to Wembley. We're back to Wembley to face them again now. But they actually did us over a little bit in the league. They were down to 10 men, if you remember, and then went ahead and beat us. So yeah, we're going to go with that team now. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays. But I really want your suggestions in the comment section down below. So let me know. Well, that guy puts it in there, get that out. Oh my god, we're 1-0 down after 2 minutes. What a bloody header that is. He's got a great record at Wembley for us. Scored 2 last time out here. He's still going as well. He's still going. No one's getting anywhere near him. Surely. Get in there, lads. 1-1. Wilfried Zaha. He really is becoming one of our main men in this team, who was so good for us last season. You could argue he already is a main man, but on the big occasions at Wembley, again, I know it's only the Community Shield light, but does really well, cuts his hard and smashes it in. 1-1, lads. Get in there. Can we flick it back to a Phobie? Phobie, great touch, please. Come on, lads, 2-1 up. That's a beautiful, beautiful move. As I'm playing this, I'm actually thinking now in hindsight, thingy at left back, Suarez, he wanted 60 grand a week. I'm thinking it might just be worth giving it to him, and then we can use all the money on a striker and a couple of other smaller players for rotation. So I think in hindsight, rather than getting another left back, we might just give Suarez the money he wants, because looking at how much Vendel was on and his rating, 60 grand is a lot, but it might not be the end of the world. So we'll try that after this game, lads. But 2-1 up here. A Phobie and Zaha, 2 of the danger men from last season, netting again. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. We were just an absolute mess, wasn't it, really? It's 2-2, 59th minute. I think I'm actually going to make a couple of subs at this point, not to change the game as such, but there's a few players that I do want to try a bit more this season. Jonathan Williams is one of them. He's going to be backup understudy, if you like, to Riyad Mahrez, so we're going to chuck him on, see what he can do, because he was impressive the couple of times we used him. Connor Wickham's a goner, so I'm not going to play him. Sacco, we're not going to chuck on just yet, but he's always a good option to have on the bench. I do like him. Kelly, we're going to try and give a bit more game time to this time, because Ward played almost every game last season, so we do need to give him a bit more time. And Joe Ledley as well, we're going to chuck on for Bentaleb, another player that's going to be effectively backup, but I just want to try and, I know it says daft, but keep them happy so they don't want to leave, because they are useful backup players. Good pressure. Oh, he shoved me off there. No! God damn it. 3-2 to Arsenal. Right near the end as well. 10 minutes to go. It's a nice goal, to be fair. They kept the ball for a while. We've chucked on a few of the younger, well, not younger players, but backup players now. They're doing okay. That's not an excuse by any stretch. But, yeah, they kept the ball so well there. We just couldn't get a foot in, really. And it's that man or the boys on the bench who's made the difference. There we are then, lads. Full time in the Community Shield. We've had a 3-2 loss to Arsenal, unfortunately. It's not something I'm mega fussed about. It would have been nice to win it, but it's good to know that some of these players we've bought in, Inaki Williams, as you'd expect, looked really good. He was causing them lots of problems. And yeah, it's just nice to know we'll be able to compete still with Arsenal, who ran away with the league last season. That was never going to be an easy task. But as I mentioned earlier, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to offer Suarez the money that he wanted, and then we can use all the money that we've currently got to go after a striker. So I'm going to keep on going until the start of the season, which is where we'll end the episode. So I'll do a bit of looking around, a bit of digging, and then we're going to use any money that we get from people that have yet to sell, like Balassi, Jordan Much, all those kind of players, to fund backup signings, basically. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. So let's get Suarez in first on a contract, and then we'll look for another striker. So lads, I'm not going to scout him, but this is the kind of player I'm looking for. Someone like Icardi, maybe. We're going to put an offer in for him for, I have no idea how much he's going to be worth, so we'll offer 10 million and see what they say to that. So some good news, lads. Suarez has accepted his contract offer, so we're keeping him at left back. I offered 10 million for Icardi and they didn't accept, unfortunately. Press conference rubbish, blah 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 blah. That's a lot of rubbish. We're pretty much now opening down the season where we've got Chelsea. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to end it now for this episode, because like I said, we're almost at the season now. But like I just said, we've got 11 million that we can currently work with, and 91k wage budget, so that's quite a fair bit. I just want a good striker, basically. So, like I've already mentioned, someone that's at least rated 80. I don't mind as long as they're under the age of 28. Or if it's someone like Niang, maybe, who's got a lot of potential, that's a bit young but not quite as good. I don't know. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like I said, we're going to use that money to get in the striker. And then we'll use any money that we raise from the sale of people like Balassi and Much Mib at the bottom that we're never going to use to get backup players and rotation players. So that is pretty much going to end today's episode, lads. I know there wasn't much gameplay, so sorry about that, just that one Community Shield game. But obviously it's pre-season, it's transfer time, and that's everything that's going on at the moment. So like I said at the start, if you still enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. Leave transfer suggestions down below. Even if it's not a striker, someone that you want me to look into, put it down below, because I will always have a look, add them to the shortlist and do a bit of research. But yeah, subscribe if you're new around here, all that good stuff. I hope you all have a fantastic day, lads, and I will speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Have a good one. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games, and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids, hey, you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and subscribe button to support the channel that keeps running. It takes 1 second, like it's free, it costs nothing. Peace.